morning everyone, welcome in this class. As we are discussing our chapter number 10, that is law and social justice. In our previous class we discussed about the inequalities happening in our society and why laws are important, who makes the laws and who is responsible to implement the laws properly. So today we will continue this chapter and today we will discuss about our responsibilities. What are our responsibilities to end up wrong things, inhuman treatment, exploitations happening in our society? Is it possible for the government to implement any law without the help of common people, without the support of common people? No, it is not possible. Our support is equally important to implement any law. So we need to be aware so that we will able to get benefited from the government's programs, government's schemes. So all this we will discuss in this chapter.
When there is a law which is being placed, the people, those who are being exploited, can go and approach a police station or a court and complain that we are being exploited by so and so people. So as per this law, please try to protect our rights. When there is no law, you cannot ask any of the public authority to respond to your request. So at least people, those who are aware of the laws which are there in place, they can bring it to the notice of the law and take the support of the court or the police and try to get protected their rights. Like this, first we need to have the laws which are strong and rigid, and then the awareness about the laws to the people, to the public, then to the children, to whomever the laws are made, and then making it accessible to the number of people has to be increased. Even we all know all laws are there. We rarely go and give a complaint. We all know traffic police should not stop us without any mistake what we have done, or we are not supposed to pay him without giving receipt to us. When he is not giving receipt to us, why are we paying amount to him? It is our selfish motto that we want to reduce the amount that we are paying to the police, which you are actually corrupting the police. If you pay it with receipt that goes to the government, you are paying without receipt where there is no evidence that you have paid the amount. Like this, people also should become conscious. They should not pay any unnecessary amount. If you have done any mistake, take a receipt, pay the fine amount and move ahead, where your rupees goes directly to the government's treasury. Where you give money, where you do mistake but you don't take the receipt, that means it goes into the pocket of the person to whom you are giving. You go and buy many products from any shop. You go to a small shop or retailer store, you buy 2 kgs of sugar or something. You pay the amount and you come back. Why don't you ask him a bill? We never ask him a bill, which means you are filling the black money of him. You are not asking a receipt, which they don't submit it in the list of the spending of the income what is getting to the government. So like this, on part also we have much unawareness or laziness from our side, or maybe because to reduce some amount from our side, we try to avoid our situations which we are not supposed to do. Because of that also we are paying a large amount. How are we getting much loss? What is a difference between the law which are implemented in our country and in the other countries? How will the government respond to the lives of the worker in our country and in the other country? What is worth of a life of a worker who is working in a factory or in an industry. What is the worth of the people, those who have passed to a great tragedy in our country? We will check with an example. Bhopal gas tragedy. The day was 2nd December 1984 midnight. When the entire world was sleeping peacefully, India has witnessed one of the most deadliest leakages from the industries, the most dreadful industrial leak, because it was midnight and this methyl isonate gas, it leaked out from the tanks, and nearly 20 tons of gas completely got leaked outside from the Bhopal gas factory, and it's infected directly 5 million people, nearly 500,000 people in that Bhopal city. When all were sleeping happily, those who inhaled the gas, it was very difficult for them to take the breath. And as per the government, 5,295 people were dead. But as per the unofficial record, there are more than 25,000 people who died because of this dreadful incident which happened here. After this also, we have the people, children especially, who are born with many disabilities like brain damage, twisted limbs, and also musculoskeletal disorders. So those who are born children, those who don't know the Bhopal gas tragedy also are being impacted. But soil itself, and not only this, the soil itself, the land itself got contaminated. The gas went deeper into the layers of the soil and reaches the underground water layers also. Recently, it's not in 1984 or 1985 or 1986, in 2010, when the soil was tested, it still contains contaminated with which can spoil 20,000 people from the underground water level. So the toxic chemical waste are still found in the Bhopal region's underground water layers, and 2,000 animals were dead when they were exposed to the water which was been passing through this Bhopal city. So like this, the world has seen a great tragedy on 2nd December 1984 midnight, or the early morning of 3rd December 1984, where millions of people are affected directly or indirectly. After 30 years also, today also, we have people suffering with the disease. And coming to the laws which are existence in our country, failed literally to get justice to these people, to the victims or the survivors of the Bhopal gas tragedy. What happened? Why the laws have failed? Who runs this company? From where the power has come? Why the failure has happened? What are the causes that has to be registered against them? What kind of justification can we give for this kind of tragedy which happened? Now we will try to focus on some of the reasons why the Bhopal gas tragedy has happened so severely. Is it a man-made disaster or a natural disaster? Some of the situations focuses to think that it is a man-made disaster. Now let us check it. Workers' worth. Now we'll discuss about workers' worth. Are the workers' worth similar like when they are in India in the similar way when it compares to the workers of the Americas? The answer is no, because the workers in United States are paid in high amount of salary when it compared to the workers in India. The wages what the Indians receives is much lesser when compared to the payments paid to the workers in the United States. That was one of the main reasons why this Union Carbide industry has established and the chemical industry in the Bhopal city, where one major reason was the availability of the cheap labor. In India, we have unemployment on very large scale. Due to this reason, many of the people are willing to work for very less wages. Though the government have fixed certain amount as a maximum wage rate, but still people due to the poverty condition, due to the helplessness, due to the lack of education, due to the requirement to fulfilling their daily basic needs, they are forcing themselves to work for very less wages, which is providing an alternative for the foreign countries to come into our country, because in their country they have to pay the people huge amount for the workers when it compares to our country, and there are no additional facilities provided to our country workers when compared to the other countries. In India, we get very less companies offering housing facilities, medical facilities, or some other facilities, but when it compares to other countries, it is compulsory and mandatory to provide all these facilities to its workers. And in our country, they follow many low safety measures which are actually highly restricted in any other countries. Let us see how they follow the low safety measures. In 1980 to 1984, the Union Carbide industry has reduced the crew strength to 12 to 6 workers. Training period. Initially, they used to give training period for the workers for 6 months. That has been brought down to 15 days. And night shift workers were completely removed. If there were night shift workers working on that day of 2nd December 1984, they would have done something to stop the leakage of the gas, would have informed to the people or the authorities or some organizations to come to rescue the people. Where there are very low safety measures, so gave a chance, and due to unemployment, though some people died in our tragedy which happened in our country, even many people knew that it is very unsafe to work in a chemical factory because of poverty, because of unemployment, because of lack of opportunities. They themselves are willing to work in many unsafe, unhygienic conditions. One more example, we have Singareni Karalis. The Singareni Karalis is known for coal mining. They dig the coal from under the earth. So these people, the workers work in Singareni Karalis, are knowing the fact that there is no guarantee for their lives, but still they work in the Singareni Karalis. How can we say that there is no guarantee for them to their lives? Singareni Karalis, as I mentioned earlier, the Singareni Karalis work in the region where coal is found in the state of Telangana. So they dig the soil under the earth they go deeper into the layers of the soil and find where the gold is found. And when gold is found, they tries to get it back. In this process of digging the layers under the earth, there is a possibility where sometimes the stones are very weak, sometimes the stones are very strong. When the stones are very strong on the upper part of the earth, they sustain the crest which they get, and they hold the upper part of the earth strongly. But when it comes downward, and when the rocks are weak, and when these people drill the layers of the earth from underground, then the rocks will get crushed and they could not be able to bear them, and sometime they close the way from which they have went. So this kind of situations are many in our country. Then why these people are working when they know that that are the risk for their life? Unemployment, poverty, these are the reasons. There are many people waiting at the home for these people's income. So these peoples are filled with responsibilities. So all these regions made Indians to work in unhygienic, unsafe conditions, which gave a chance for the foreign companies to establish here with unsafe condition factories where the laws are not binding on them, where they don't have to pay huge amount as compensation, where even after Bhopal gas tragedy has happened and 30 years has been passed, 10 lakhs cases are being registered, out of which 5 lakhs cases has been taken and 4.5 lakh cases are been rejected, and the compensation amount of 250 million US dollar has been paid, which is really very, very less amount. Is it the worth of the workers or the people who died in this Bhopal gas tragedy? Are they calculating the worth of the life of the people of India? Because of the negligence of the company who removed, suspended, who prohibited the workers work at the night time, who has completely abolished the post of nighttime workers to check whether there is any problem there. So how can they estimate the worth of the life which with some dollars? Really very pathetic situation when it comes to Bhopal gas tragedy. So this much for today. We will continue this chapter in our next class.